God, I hadn't even thought about that. It's not too late to go back. For one, I'm very proud of the film, but also I'm really excited that they're not only going to release it, streaming on Netflix, but also have it in theaters where people can see it on a big screen. And I haven't been to the film or to the cinema in well over a year, so I'm so looking forward to this because I'm a fan. Like, I'm a massive fan of film, of movie theaters, and I love it. It's just something that I'm very passionate about. So I am very proud of that, and I hope that people will feel that we're in a comfortable enough place to go out and see it and watch it, because I want people to see it on a big screen, because it's a big screen film for sure. It'll be great. It'll be great, at home watching on your television. But there's still, the experience of sitting there and watching a film with friends and eating popcorn and the smell of a theater. So I'm proud of that. For the first time, I'm starting to feel good about where we're at. I feel like we're headed in the right direction. And I hope that this is, it's one of those things. It's like this will tell us where we're at. It's kind of a gauge. People, when they see the film, feel comfortable to see, kind of gauge where we're going to be at in the future, where the film industry is going to be at in the future as far as going out in the theaters. But either way, I'm just proud as hell of this film. And I think people are gonna love it across the board, whether they see it at home on their televisions, if they watch it at home on their computers, or if they're fortunate enough to go out and see it in the theaters. It's just a good film. It was amazing. And that's really, really an understatement, because it was educational. But also, I kind of, I really like Zack. I liked Zack from the first day I met him. The first day I met him was at his office, which was it was half office, half gym. There was a kitchen in it. It was like its own little world in itself. And this where I'm at right now is my office, which I modeled after Zack's office. So right off the bat, I just started taking stuff away from Zack because I just thought he was an interesting guy. Zack, he's one of those guys who's, upon first glance, he's rough around the edges, man. He just looks like a grunt. He's, typically, he's kind of, disheveled. He looked like he just worked out. He's all tatted up. He's just, he looks, but he's just such an artist, man. He's got such an artistic eye and an artistic soul. And I love him for that. And I bonded with him because of that. Because I think I'm very much the same guy. We're very much, I think, cut from the same cloth. I hope he's not offended that I said that. But I think we are. And so I really look forward to learning from him, but also, bonding with him a little more, which I think we did. He was really gracious enough to let me collaborate with him on this. And as far as, my performance and Scott's character, or the character of Scott Ward. And I love and respect him for that, because there's, you don't always get that luxury. But Zack gave me that freedom. And, I learned a lot from him, and I'm gonna steal all his stuff, everything that I learned from him, I'll steal and move forward in my career and start directing someday as well. That's a weird thing, because I've worked since we've had the pandemic and been under more strict guidelines. But when you haven't been able to have so many people on set and the big crowds and the backgrounds and so many actors and performers on set. And so when I look back now on that, I think, God, it was such a blessing. I missed that. I missed that camaraderie. I missed the energy of having, all those people on set, and it makes it just feel very real, and it's easily to get lost into that world, especially when we had. So those particular scenes, like we did with a lot of the alpha zombies, where there were like 50, 100, like super athletes, dressed up as zombies or made up as zombies. And it was really something that you could easily get, sucked into, and not have to worry so much about, getting in the right mind place for a performance, because it was just there. It was visual. It was terrifying. And the stuff that they were doing was inhuman. It was like, there were so many amazing athletes on this film that were made up as zombies. It was absolutely terrifying. But we were blessed and fortunate to have that, because it's not something, if you do something where you have to CGI that or make it a computer generated image, it's distracting. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't feel the same. It's a different energy. So I think it would have taken away from the film, but we were just fortunate enough to have these amazing people playing alpha zombies. It really helped me as far as a performer, and I think it really comes across on film as well.
That's crossing the line.